Have you ever been depressed in a way that it doesn't feel like circumstances causing it, but you just randomly feel super down and there's nothing you can do about it? Or perhaps you're so depressed that you just need some sort of alleviation. Maybe you have anxiety attacks all the time, or panic attacks in the case of me. That's the only real reason I was put on sertraline. But if you have any of those and you were put on sertraline and then you got off of sertraline, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Withdrawal symptoms. I've had my share of a few. I've kicked a few bad habits and got really sick and felt like shit and, makes you sad, gleebity-glah. But I've never had anything like this. I am now 5 days deep, 0 sertraline in my body. I tapered off ridiculously slowly. Not only did I taper off slowly, I tapered it off slower than the doctor even recommended I needed to. Which he said it wouldn't hurt if I took my time, because I just really didn't want any side effects. Mostly because on my other channel, I post every single day, and it's kind of important that I continue to do that because I like the growth of my channel whilst I post every day. So as I'm getting off of it, the side effects, 99.999% of them, I saw coming. I knew how to deal with it. You get mood swings, which is fine. When I have mood swings, I'm pretty good at being like, okay, I'm having a mood swing, just probably keep my mouth shut for a little while. Getting tired, and then also insomnia, whatever, I deal with that too. Hallucinations at night. I also kind of randomly get those. Actually, when I first got on sertraline, along with the vivid dreams that you get, I started having hallucinations at night. Nothing too scary. I see the most common thing that people see. It was funny because I looked it up on Reddit, and a lot of people see the same things as me. Balloons, trash bags, spiders, bugs, not like giant scary spiders, but I'll see a spider kind of hanging above me and I'm like, there's no way that's real, and I just keep staring at it, and then it eventually fizzles away. I kind of have a good time with them, to be honest. I think the hallucinations are kind of a blast. I haven't really seen anything scary, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing something scary, like a person hunched over me, because hopefully I can keep the same mindset that I have now when I see things where I'm like, that's clearly not real. I think it'd be interesting to, try to interact with something that I know is not there. But that's not what I'm talking about. That's all the fun side effects. Here's the really shitty one that I have experienced probably 3 times since I started recording this video. And if you go back and rewatch it, maybe you'll be able to pick up when it was. There's these things, people call them brain zaps. And the best way to describe it is this. It is the sensation of being startled, but drawn out in slow-mo. So if you took the feeling of someone rah, and you're like, that shocking electric current feeling that you get that lasts about, a second. Imagine that lasting 3 seconds, but since it's being stretched out, it's a little bit less severe. And it's just this it's just awful feeling. And I get it whenever, if I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to experience them one purpose. But if I start looking, or I just did it. If I start looking back and forth or up and down fast, my brain just goes bzzz, and it just sucks. And what makes it worse is, since I am trying to upload every day and I knew that I was getting off this medicine, I definitely made a backlog of videos. I thought, a 7 video buffer should be all right. But actually, while I was coming off of the medicine, even the tapering side, it made it very difficult for me to skateboard and get stuff done. Definitely made me feel way less productive and less motivated. But yesterday, we went to a place called Woodward, which is this gigantic skate camp. I shouldn't be skating. My knee is still healing. I have a minor knee injury. And what ended up happening was everyone who was at the park just wasn't really feeling it. So I was kind of relying on filming other people to skate for me to get a video out of the day. And, I'm thinking, we're going to Woodward skate camp. Everyone's going to be all about it. But my buddy Zach didn't eat that well and sleep that well the night before. And then Ray was filming his thing, but mostly he wanted to go play on the trampoline section and stuff like that. So he was filming kind of extracurricular stuff, as well as a game of skate, which I'm not going to film the same game of skate as him because that's for his channel. So I ended up just being okay, I'm going to try to skate. Whatever. I'm getting these brain zaps, and I was getting them way worse yesterday than I am today. And as you can imagine, with skateboarding, you're moving your eyes around a lot, dealing with the obstacles that are coming in front of you. And so what ended up happening was I would focus on my nose of my skateboard. That way, if I'm fixated on one thing, I'm not really looking around. And I would use my peripherals to try to see what was coming up. And I just try to do really basic tricks and just try to make them as exciting as possible, which ended up being a bit of a game. It was definitely very frustrating at first, but when I started getting the hang of it, I was like, okay, I could probably get a full video out of this, which I think I did. I haven't edited it yet. I'll actually be editing it later today. But anyways, the feeling of just getting these zap, 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 zap as I was skating, even with that, was the craziest experience. So like when I would fall, which ultimately, if you've ever watched a skateboarder skate, you fall, I don't know, 10 times out of 11. I would like tuck and roll and like would deal with like, the falling aspect of like, try not to put your arms out, don't want to hurt myself, just kind of tuck and roll. But as I'm doing that, I get so confused on where I am because my brain's just going like, Brrr! And then I'm like falling, and it was just like the most bizarre experience. And I'm almost glad that I went through it, because I thought to myself, oh, maybe if like I'm getting all these brain zaps back to back, I'll start to get used to it and be able to deal with them better, and maybe I'll be able to start skating again. Spoiler alert, I can't. I'm not skating today because it was the entire time was so difficult to maintain. And though I sort of got used to expecting brain zaps, they didn't get any less severe, that's for sure. It's like the same exact feeling over and over again. It's super distracting. And yeah, I figured like I just kind of share that with you. I don't know if you've ever had the experience of getting brain zaps and decided to go through with whatever activity you normally would go through with. Comment down below if you like had any experience and how it affected you doing what you do. Like, I imagine if you're like, I don't know, a gymnast and you're flipping the entire time, that shit ain't happening. But I did notice that when I drive a car, it doesn't bother me that much. I'll get a couple zaps, but only when I check my mirrors. Not when I'm like looking forward straight at the road, because like I have all this zone right here to deal with. But like if I look over here right now, if I look at my hand, it's gonna get me, which is like pretty much where your mirror would be. So yeah, let me know if you've had similar experiences, because I think this stuff's really interesting. I was just kind of poking around on Reddit, and I think it'd be fun to see like people from my audience that has also experienced this thing, and just, yeah, tell me a little about it. Maybe we'll get a little thread going. That's fun for me. Anyways, that's my little rant. Thanks for watching.